When the film begins, we see a young man named Jun-woo, who lives with his parents and sister. He used to devote all of his time to his friends playing live video games. He had a craze of playing the PUBG game. Just like this, one day he's busy playing this but his family isn't at home. While playing the game, a TV news report states that a virus has spread throughout Seoul, city of Korea. Infected people are biting each other. This virus has spread this much that it's out of government control now. People who are disinfected couldn't find a way to escape. Hearing this, he looks out from his apartment's balcony. He sees that people are brutally biting each other. Seeing this situation, he gets nervous. In fact, this was a zombie virus. Due to this, infected people were becoming zombies. When he comes to his flat, one of his neighbors forcefully enters his house. He seeks permission from Jun-woo to use his washroom, but then Jun sees a news that infected people show cannibalistic nature, their skin becomes white and eyes become red. With this, his neighbor converts into a zombie. But Jun-woo manages to get him out of the house and hurriedly closes the door. Jun's family sends a message to him that if he's alright, and also, stay alive. He writes alive on a sticky note and pastes it on his parents' picture. He does this for his motivation and closes himself in his flat. He uses fridge as a barrier to protect himself from zombies. He uploads a public note regarding the area he was living was infected with zombies. He detected it with the help of a drone when he could avail signals. His mobile phone's battery was dead now. This virus had been spread all around his neighborhood rapidly. Everyone has become a zombie. Especially, these zombies remembered their habits of daily routine like hearing, after becoming zombies. Hearing this, it looked like a new concept in zombies. Jun-woo remembers that he can convey his message for help through radio, but there wasn't any device like this in his house. Time was passing and every day Jun-woo made videos for his help. It is obvious that living like prisoners in a house for many days made everything run short, like food supplies, internet, and network. At night, he sees a police officer who was fighting with zombies to save her life. But those zombies kill her too. Everything was happening in front of Jun-woo. He drags zombies' attention towards him to save that police officer, but all in vain. Meanwhile, a zombie opens the main door and tries to come near him. And he creates a dramatic scene as if he has fallen from his building. Those zombies fall off the building too and are killed. But Jun-woo saves his life by acting wisely. When he saves his life from zombies, he sees that the eatables in his house have finished. Then he compromises with his appetite by drinking. The start, he feels good, then he starts having become normal, but the reality was different. His voice note was last in humans because they had also become zombies. He becomes so aggressive and starts breaking his house. Angrily, he breaks everything in his house and comes out of his flat. But after fighting and seeing those scary zombies, he comes back to his flat. He only remembered one thing and it was, stay alive. By seeing zombies, he decides that he'll never become a zombie. By thinking of it, he was going to hang himself to death, but suddenly, someone from the Frontier building saves him with the help of laser light. They both talked through signals. Yu-bin had planted a trap on her main door, in which a zombie is trapped. Availing the chance, she kills him. She was a nice girl, she didn't want to kill anyone, but the situation made her kill him. Because if she had not killed him, he would have killed her. She observes that Jun-woo is hungry for many days. So, for giving him food, she ties food with one on the road. Jun-woo sends his drone to her and a rope is tied between them, and then food is delivered to him. After it, a zombie sees that because it was a part of their nature not to forget their habits. He pulls that ball which is attached to a rope tied with Yu-bin's table. That table moves from its place and hits Yu-bin, and she becomes faint. And makes a cut on his face. On his main gate, zombies were trying to break his door. Because of which Jun-woo's attention gets distracted and that zombie catches the drone. Now, Yu-bin becomes conscious and cut. Jun-woo decides to find food in nearby flats. He takes a key from a zombie and comes inside the flat. He thinks this zombie is an owner of this flat. He finds food supplies, walkie-talkie, earphones and mountain hiking equipment there, to save his life, and goes away. He wanted to convey message through radio signals, but unfortunately, radio was down too. He sends one walkie-talkie to Yu-bin. They both decide it is more necessary for humans than having food. Because living alone isn't free from damage sometimes. For drinking water, they both used to place containers outside. After the rain. In reality, this was the sound of running zombies. In Hustle, some things fall off the Yubin's hands. By hearing this, all zombies start coming directly to her apartment. At the same time, Junwoo calls through the landline number of his house to the house beside her, because of which all zombies go to another apartment, which means they had She says that they have to go there to find some food to stay alive. They both fall to the ground, and a fierce battle ensues between them and the zombies. Somehow, they enter the lift after saving their lives after many difficulties. They reach the 8th floor, but zombies were not leaving them and come there too. Then an unknown person comes and saves them from zombies. But forcibly, they had to eat that food. That man was really not a good person. He was deceiving them. He had mixed medicine in their food to make them unconscious. He ties them when they get faint. In fact, he was taking Yubin as food for her zombie wife. He throws her in his wife's room. Meanwhile, Junwoo wakes up and points the gun toward him, but that man doesn't listen to him. Here, Yubin acts wisely by covering that woman's face with a cloth and pushing to her husband. She bites her husband. Yubin kills them unwantedly. By hearing bullet sounds, all zombies move forward to this flat, and afterward they listen to the sound of a helicopter. After competing with zombies for helicopters approach them in reality. By shooting the zombies, they rescue both of them. After leaving that, upload their pictures on the internet and tell their location. Finally, Junwoo's Stay Alive turns into Alive, and with it, the movie ends here. If you like this explanation, please like, subscribe, and share.